On this episode of Hardcore Meteor, the meteors have landed.
Woodland Control, come in. This is Galaxy 1.
This is Woodland Control. Galaxy 1, go ahead.
Woodland Control, the meteors have landed.
This is Woodland Control. We roger that. Do you have anything to say, Galaxy 1?
Woodland Control, this is George, and I have to say, this is one small step for George.
Yeah!
And one giant leap for experts. This is George. After the episode of Hardcore Meteor, we got to have a little fun in the world. Hey, why can't we be friends? Anyways, being serious on a note, we're going to go to something really interesting that I found. There's 5 rocks. They're all magnetic. And I'm going to go to the big tamale, and I'm not even sure what to call it. But we're going to go to the rocks. Okay? Here we go. Now that's a kind of bizarre looking rock. It's got pink, white, brown, little green. Now we'll go to these rocks. This is burnt. Okay? I don't know what to get people to understand. I'm getting these rocks. They're burnt. This one's burnt too. But the reason why they're not burnt all the way around is they've been on the ground for a long time. And fusion crust wears off. And everybody knows that. Okay? This one's black too. Okay? But it's really bizarre how you get these white lines like this in it. Which this is probably flow lines because it goes all the way around it. Same right here. This one goes all the way around it. A circle right there, but you notice there are no lines on this side. So which means it was probably tumbling like that because this line goes all the way around too. But it is what it is. And I'll keep going and going and going and going. Now this rock's black. It's got some fusion crust on it. But you look here. Now I don't know these little black spots that are all over the rock, if that's fusion crust or if that's part of the rock. It's like maybe a greenish with black spots. And some of this stuff is really bizarre. It's really bizarre. I just don't get it. But I showed you 5 rocks. Every one of them is different. Okay? They should all be the same or virtually the same. But it's really bizarre. Now, we're going to go to the big one that I pulled up. Now, we're going to go something different. Because I think this is different than anything that I've gotten. I think we may be talking about maybe asteroid. And I'll show you why. Okay, here's the picture. This is a picture of an asteroid. Okay, you see all the sunken in areas. It's bumpy. And it's not completely round. But it's got those sunken areas like that. And it's got these little craters. These little teeny dinky craters or whatever. And it's got a bunch of other little small holes. Now, we're going to go to the big rock. This is the big rock that I found. The color is like a tannish white. But when you look at this rock here, it's all smooth. The whole thing's smooth. Even the jagged part here. And there should be some sharpness to it on here. There's nothing that is sharp. But when we spin this rock around and we look at it, this area right here, that is sunk in. Just like that. It's sunk in like that. This on this side, this right here is sunk in too. And you go around it, and you'll find areas that are sunk in. And you'll find a lot of the same holes. And some of the bigger holes that I showed you on the pictures. But when you go, look at this side right here, and you compare it to this picture, this hole right here is exactly like that hole. They're not holes, they're craters. Okay? This is a crater, and it's exactly like this one. Even exactly like that one, but it's smaller. But you take a look at this. You take a look at this rock. Okay? It's a lot of it is it's just the same as this asteroid. This is the picture of an asteroid. But you look at this. And this thing is extremely heavy. But the odd thing about it is it's just non-magnetic. Which leads me to believe that this is possible that this isn't even from this solar system. There's a good possibility of it. Like I said, it's the tan brown. You can look right here. That is a tan brown. Now, I don't know what to say, okay? My personal opinion, I think that's almost an asteroid. But, like I said, it's just my opinion and what I'm finding. But, if somebody can find a rock like that on Earth, let me know. If you're an expert, you should be able to tell by looking at these pictures. And looking at the rocks and looking at the similarities. Granted, the colors and stuff aren't going to be the same. But you've got to think, okay? As an expert, you've got to think. We don't have a rock from every planet and every moon in this solar system, let alone the other solar systems. We don't know. You don't know what color of rocks are out there further in space than what you can see. But like I said, this is just me. I'm open. I got an open mind. But I'm going to tell you, if a rock this big and this heavy gets through and hits your house is toast. And it's plain and simple. This will kill somebody. It's very extremely heavy. I have a hard time picking the thing up myself to put it up here on the counter. I don't know. I don't know. It might be heavier than the one I showed in the last video. But what I'm saying is I'm coming up with all this stuff and it's bizarre. And you look at this. Like I said, this is all smooth. This is almost like it came directly from space. But it is what it is. And I'm going to go ahead and end the video. And like I said, I'm going to keep putting stuff out there. Because eventually I'm going to come across something that there's no expert that's going to be able to even begin to explain what I have. Because some of the stuff I have, I don't even know. It's bizarre. Anyways, we'll call it good there.